Lassecash.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing? So it's my first time that I'm speaking to an audience like this, so I'm a little nervous. So I hope it's gonna be fine. So Lassecash, some of you have heard about it. It got created 3 years ago. Everything happened very fast, and it's a very small outpost, but it's the first outpost in history. And it was created on a budget. Everything happened, on a budget. So, I have been having a lot of problems in my life. I don't want to talk about that today, but maybe another day. People that know me know some of it. And I'm just happy to stand here and talk to you today. And I maybe have a few questions that I want to. Okay, so if you are a Hive whale, please raise your hand. There's no whales. Oh, sorry. Anyway, so yes, it started as a token, so you could call it a project. But very shortly after that, maybe 1 month or 2 months after that, it became a tribe. It was the second tribe. The first tribe was Weedcash, if you know that one. And there's been many tribes, but most of them is kind of like failing. I don't want to say any names. Fast forward 2 years later, Hive Engine created a technology called Outpost. So this one is not dangerous. How many people know what an outpost is? That's like maybe 5%. All right. So I want to explain it. How much time? Is the timer on? Yes, it's on. An outpost is a combination of a tribe and an NFT platform put together. So after we created the outpost, there's been I think there's 15 competitors. Most of them is also a failure. They are offline often, stuff like that. Lassecash has been online, I would say 99% of the time. There has been a few incidences. So, press here. So I guess the reason that I'm allowed to speak here today, because I've been getting a lot of flack on Hive, is that I am actually promoting Hive. When people sign up, when they press the sign up button on Lassecash, it goes to sign up on Hive. So even that I'm a kind of like outcast here in the community, I was still invited. Thank you, Roland. So that's a bunch of other people that I need to thank before the timer is out. But I don't understand this timer, Roland. It says 20 minutes, more than 20 minutes. Okay. So we are promoting Hive indirectly, but we don't have much Hive power, most of the people that is using this technology. So now I want to thank the people. That is Iron Shield. I know that he's watching from the US. He has been supporting me for 6 years. And that is Pelé 23. He has been using this Lassecash since the beginning, just like Iron Shield. And there is my graphic designer in Venezuela, who is called Carlos. It's not a secret. And his username is Saxon. He's a very good graphic designer, so if anybody need a graphic designer, I recommend him any day. I could not have made this without these people. And then there's Coin Instant. He has been using the technology also for a few years. So I hope, that more people will use Lassecash, because the theme is anarchy, crypto truth. And I don't believe that anybody else has made a product like this in the whole cryptocurrency market. So let's see what happens if I press here. Oh yeah, that's just the same thing as an outpost, right? So now I want to talk a little about the related tokens. I cannot explain all of them, but we have a diesel pool. How many people know what a diesel pool is? That's more than the outpost. That's maybe 15%. So the diesel pool has been paying pretty nice rewards because it's so small. So the people that is providing liquidity, they have often made like 10x in a year. But of course, it's very risky because the token is very volatile. So the diesel pool has been very nice. So we created, it was my idea. Hive Engine created it. Like 5 new tokens. This Puppy, Lassie, Baby Jesus, and Creator. And the idea behind those tokens is that we want to experiment, or I want to experiment with making diesel pools for all of them and making different bonuses, length. So it's like a financial DeFi project in the Hive Engine ecosystem. Nobody else has done this, as far as I know. So when you provide liquidity to Lassecash pool, you get paid in all these tokens, as it is now. So it's already on the market. But there is an idea, what is it called? There's a post you can find if you look at the lassecash.com, where it explained the idea behind this experiment. Basically, you can speculate and you can also provide liquidity and earn rewards depending on how long you want to have the liquidity in the pool. You earn different rewards and stuff like that. So the last one is something called Angelo Cash. It's a speculation on that my son, he want to make an outpost just like his father. He's probably not going to do it because he just think I'm a crazy idiot. So, but anyway, it's there, and if you do it, I will be the advisor, and he will make it for like the younger generations. So, Roland, I don't think I have more other than questions.
Cool. Thank you.
But I don't know if there is any questions. Is that?
I don't know either.
Is the box still here?
Yeah, the box. Yeah, we can throw the box. Yes. Yeah. Okay, I'm reading. Oh, daar komt hij hoor. Yes. PS. Oh, except the special part which is needed. I forgot to do event insurance this year. Please.
Okay. Yeah. Can you just explain a little bit more what Lassecash is? I know I've got some of them, like, but I don't like. You said it's a tribe and an NFT. So basically, you've got a front end, and you post, like, people can post on the front end,
yes.
And then they they earn, and that you can also tag it.
Let me finish
just
first.
explain a bit more about what it actually is, because
it's not a tribe anymore. It started out as a token, and then we made an airdrop just to get a distribution. There was for the first 100 people that made a comment to that post back then. They would get 5,000 Lassecash for free, or just for making a comment. Doesn't matter what they write. They can just write the username.
But is it a front end? Is it a separate front end?
Yes. Right. Lassecash.com is a website with a front end. So first it was a token. Shortly after it was a tribe. 2 years later it became an outpost. But the whole time, I mean, since the tribe, there has been a front end called Lassecash.com. But you can post to this. Even if Lassecash.com go down, you can still post. I mean, you could still. I don't know if you can still tag it. You can tag it from PeakD or from Hive.blog or from any other tribe or any other outpost.
So just explain, what's like the general theme? Like, say, like, I know Leo Finance. Obviously, you post about finance-related things. What's the theme? Is it just anything, or what's the unifying theme of Lassecash?
Anarchy, crypto, truth. So that anarchy is like anarcho-capitalism.
Right.
Because I'm an ANCAP. Yeah. Crypto is, what I really want is to give the best information about cryptocurrency. Because I found that many other places also in the Hive ecosystem, I don't really get educated every time I look. So what my big vision is let's say that 5 or 10 of the best cryptocurrency expert in the world, they decide to join Lassecash. They post, I upvote, other people upvote. So when you go to the site, the 25 best posts will always be at the top. So you will get free information about what is the best, like Hex, Pulse, PulseX, Hedron, Icosa. It's the best right now, I believe. So I post about that, and then I try to train other people to do the same. And we provide free information because we have no banners. The policy is no banners. Leo Finance, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about that, but they have banners, right? So I think you can learn a lot from Lassecash if you take a look. But of course, sometimes there's smaller posts where you don't learn anything. But we also have a cooperation with this is Coin Instance project, so that the shit posts go out of the outpost. Instead, you have sunsets, and they earn a little Lassecash. And I don't know how you got your Lassecash, but there's many ways to get it. Yeah.
Well, I've been a follower and friend of Iron Shield for quite a long time. So
yeah, he's a good man, right? So. Yeah, if you make a comment to one of his posts and I upvote your comment, you earn Lassecash.
Yeah,
just
that's
an
probably
example.
how, because I comment on his posts.
Or you provided, also the top 5 pools in the Splinterland system has been rewarded with Lassecash, but I think that's over now because it was only for a period. So it can also be liquidity providing. Yes, you want to throw it?
Yeah, who wants it?
No, I was just curious.
Yeah.
If you, so you can print all the cash. Are you the ultimate beneficial printer?
Oh yeah, the tokenomics. I never talked about that, right?
No, I'm just curious. Yes.
It's
like
in
an endless
reality,
supply.
it's me who decide the inflation. I created something called dynamic inflation. So from the beginning, it was maximum 51 million tokens ever. So 11 millions I got day one.
Nice.
And 20 million is for the first 10 years. Now we passed 3 years, right? Mm-hmm. And 20 million is forever after that.
For your son. And the rest. And the generation.
What?
For your son and his generation.
No, I hope I live till I'm 100.
Okay, yeah.
As long as fuse-sticking is not allowed in Sweden. Right?
Yeah.
So anyway, what was the question again? The tokenomics. So the tokenomics is explained on the site, very in words and in with a table and stuff like that. So right now we are pumping out 1.5 million each year, and you can see that it's when I change the inflation, it's always in a post. And I didn't change it, So it's very organized. So there is 500,000. If you can calculate 20 million divided by 10, that's 2 million. And we are only pumping out 1.5 million. That means that there's 500,000 that goes into whatever. And by the way, I only have like 5 million left myself because I used it to promotion. So, yeah. Do you want to throw it?
Hi.
Hello.
I'm curious, how does it work as a front end? Do you get visitors from outside of Hive or certain communities?
Sorry, I didn't hear. Can you say that again?
Are you getting visitors from outside of Hive? You saw the sign up button?
Yeah, I'm thinking what you mean visitors. I try to promote it in the street. I have a flyer. We're making a new flyer. This one is retired. But I have a flyer that I throw out in the street, and I go to the library and put it on cafe tables and stuff like that. I've been doing that since the beginning, But most people are so brainwashed in Copenhagen that they don't really care about Lassecash or Hive or anything. That's my experience. Mm. But potentially there are some young people in my area. They begin to understand, okay, there is something called Lassecash. one of the guys in the supermarket, a young man, I don't know how old he is, he's probably 18. The last time I went to the supermarket before I went here, he said, have a good trip to Amsterdam. So it's like promotion via gossip, you know. Is that answering your question?
Yeah, good answer. Another question. How do these diesel pools work?
I think it's better you try it out because it's a little complicated to explain, but I can try. Have you heard about Uniswap?
Yeah.
I think that got popular because of Hex, and it's a pretty solid system. So they kind of like took Uniswap, but without fees. So when you provide liquidity, you don't pay a fee. And when you take liquidity out, you don't pay a fee. It's instant, that's 3-second blocks. But they introduced a small fee for the liquidity providers, just to make it a little more spicy. And the nice thing about diesel pools, which I don't think you can do on Uniswap, to my knowledge, is that you can make a contract. I did it for 5 years, you know. So I'd say I put these different tokens plus Lassecash. So the people that provide liquidity, they get all of these tokens every day. That's the best way I can explain it, but it's easier if you see it in action. Was that answering your question?
Yeah, okay.
So, hi, show me my name. What's the total locked value in all of your diesel pools together?
Well, I don't have. It's not my diesel pool, first of all. It's Hive engines. But second of all, we only have one diesel pool now, and that's the Lassecash. But when the others get created, at least 5, maybe 6, they will be denominated in Lassecash, which would provide more liquidity, more utility to Lassecash. So you will need Lassecash to provide liquidity for the new pools, not Hive. I'm sorry, guys.
All right, and what is it paired with? Is Lassecash paired with Hive?
Swap Hive.
Yeah, okay. Okay, that's all for me, thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. I think we are running out of time.
It's okay.
Okay, so we can take a few more questions. You had to talk into it.
How are you creating these contracts?
You mean the diesel pool contract?
No, the contracts you can use other tokens to give Lassecash other functions.
I'm not sure. Can you try to rephrase that?
You said that the other tokens should have functions for Lassecash. Or what are the use cases for the other tokens?
Right now, it's only kind of like speculation and different parameters of the bonus, because the diesel pool has this ability to, let's say an example, Lassecash pool, you get a certain amount of Lassecash depending on how much liquidity you provide, right?
Yeah.
So it's paid out every day, but the longer you have the liquidity in the pool, like 30 days the max, the more you get, then you get a bonus. The more you get, the longer you provide liquidity. So the idea is that these 5 different tokens will have different bonus length, so that if you like to have liquidity for a very long time, this is not decided yet, but let's see a year, then you will get most of the reward. But then you can take it out anytime, you don't get any penalty, but the longer you are inside, the more you get, you know? Is that answering your question? But I'm also hoping to have other utilities for them in the future, but that's very speculative. I'm thinking about NFT miners. I'm thinking about staking rewards. You know, you stake Poppy, you get Lassie. You stake Baby Jesus, you get Jesus. You stake, you stake Jesus, you get creator. You know, stuff like that.
What
Yeah,
tool
I've been
do you-
working, man. Why is that funny?
No, it's just I ate a steak yesterday.
You know, I'm not eating too. I'm eating too little steak. You can see. So we're gonna throw it.
Yeah, last question. If there are any more questions.
Last question. You can just throw it out if you want.
No, it was okay.
It's soft.
That's it? All right. Okay, I think that's it. Lasse, thank
Okay.
you very much for your presentation.